Hey there, welcome to Abundant Source Raw. In this video I wanted to talk about how to meditate and what I find is the most effective way to meditate, because many people have different ways they think of meditation, and in my opinion the only true meditation is one of basically connecting by letting go of things, um, almost by, in a sense, disconnecting or disidentifying with everything, so that way you can connect with everything. And so many people, they'll say that there are many types of meditation and all meditations are effective. Um, but the thing is, a lot of people use meditation as a means to provide for this body and mind complex here, their own personal wants and their own personal gains. They will use meditation as a way to manifest things into their own life for the benefit of their own body and mind. And to me, that is not what meditation is about. Meditation is about letting go of the idea of your body and mind, disidentifying with your thoughts and beliefs and all things, and that way you can connect with the universal intelligence, the source of all things, and become on the same vibrational frequency as basically all of existence, to where you are giving yourself up to God's will. It's about getting rid of your own will, the will of this mind and body, and surrendering to the will of God and the will of the source. Because this whole existence, our whole existence, is all about striving towards higher consciousness. It is the ultimate goal of all living creatures, is to strive for higher vibrational consciousness and to reach the highest levels of consciousness. And so when people are so-called meditating to manifest things in their lives, such as money or you know profitable business or anything, even things like lovers, finding a compatible partner, things like this, is actually a very disconnecting, dual-minded type of meditation that is going to separate you from the highest power, because you are basically saying, no, I don't want the will of God, I don't want to surrender to the highest power. I would rather be here in this third dimensional plane, in this illusion, and just accumulate stuff and status and kind of crap in this illusion, for this illusionary body that I'm identified with. That's kind of what you are going for whenever you are meditating for the purpose of personal gain. So I just wanted to clarify, in my opinion, what I believe meditation to be. And here is how I like to meditate. Is I will just get into a comfortable position. Usually for me it's the lotus position. Some people are not ready for that position. It's easier for me because I eat a clean diet. I don't have a lot of pain. I have very strong knees compared to most people. Most people have very weak knees and they can only tolerate less than a minute or two of sitting in certain positions before their knees get achy and they can't take it anymore. So diet definitely helps if you're trying to get into certain positions, and also just practicing, doing it over and over, has really strengthened that, and I've gotten much more comfortable. But I wouldn't worry about the positions when you're just starting out. Just find whatever is the most comfortable. You want to be in a state of mind where you're not really distracted by anything. And of course, it's usually helpful to close your eyes. You can meditate with your eyes open or closed, but even seeing different sights can somewhat be a distraction at first. You really want to let go and disidentify with everything that you're seeing, hearing, emotions, basically all that. And at first you may not be able to do it. It can take a lot of work, before you're even ready to get to the actual, most effective meditation. Sometimes you have to go through a lot of physical, almost illusionary practices to rid yourself of trapped emotions and things like that. Sometimes you have to put yourself on a better diet so you can find better clarity. Um, and there's some things you will have to sort through sometimes before you can even get to this point of meditation. So yeah, once you find a comfortable spot, the goal sort of is to get to a point where you are basically thoughtless, disidentified with everything, which can take quite a while and can take many long sessions of practice before you can get to this point. A lot of people have thoughts coming into their heads and they can't stop. They've got that monkey mind. So the best thing you can do is to just try your best to sit there as long as you can and let the thoughts come in, but don't give them any attention. Don't identify with them. Don't let them drag out and carry you away and start daydreaming. What you want to do is, once a thought comes into your head or a little story starts playing out, then you want to just identify it, basically. Just see what's happening. You just want to observe. You don't want to give it too much power. Don't give the thoughts any power. Just observe them as if they were passing clouds and you're just the watcher of the thoughts. That's the easiest way to transcend that first level, is to just become the watcher of your own thoughts and give them no attention or power, really. And after a while of that, then you will become more clairvoyant and it will be easier to control what's going on in your mind, sort of. It'll be easier to give in and to surrender and not get pulled so deeply into these thoughts. And then I would say, sort of a step higher than that, is when people are meditating, a lot of time they will try to identify with things outside of themselves, such as sound vibrations, the birds, the wind, the cars, things like that that are passing by, any sound or any feeling, or even sight. They're looking at something and saying, I am the grass, I am the flower, I am the sky, I am the birds chirping, I am the ants biting me. But see, when you do that, you are identifying with something, which means that you are disidentifying with everything else in the universe. And what you really want to do is disidentify with everything. You don't want to try to become anything while you're meditating. Don't try and become animals or, try to morph or shapeshift or anything like that into anything else. You just want to do your best to not become anything, because once you disidentify with everything, then you become everything. You can't become everything if you are identified with any certain thing. That will create a dual mindset, and you will not be in the consciousness of unity. And it's going to be difficult, and definitely don't get down on yourself, because it will happen. It still happens to me. I still think these thoughts and have these ideas in my head while I'm trying to meditate, but I don't give it much attention. I don't identify with it. I just let it pass, and that's all you got to do, is you just keep doing that. It may be annoying at first, but then you'll start to just know that everything is perfectly whole, everything is as it should be, and you just let everything play out, and you don't give it any attention, you don't identify with it. And then after a while, you can really start to feel your vibrations get very high. You can feel yourself vibrating at a very high level. You start to see things differently if you're meditating for a long time, and especially if you're on a high vibrational diet, such as a raw vegan diet, and especially a fruitarian diet, then it's very easy to get into these states if you're already very conscious. And you'll even start to see and perceive things differently. You'll start to see with the eyes of God and the unity mindset, and you'll even be able to see vibrations and light emanating from everything around you that you never saw before, and you really get a sense of being one with everything. I've had times where I've been in a very high vibrational state, and it was almost hard to tell what was me and what wasn't. I could be walking down the street and just I had almost zero sense of self or identity with this body and mind. It just felt like I was everything around me, and I've had that happen, multiple times. And so these are the types of experiences that you can have, and well beyond that, I haven't even reached even the tip of the iceberg of what's possible um, through higher consciousness. But I wanted to share this with you guys because I think that it's very important that we all have some sort of meditation practice and try to do it every day. It's probably the greatest thing that can help raise your vibrations. That and eating a high vibrational diet, like I mentioned, especially fruitarian, high fruit, water content, raw food diet. Those are going to be the best things. That combination of raw food and daily meditation is going to skyrocket your consciousness to the next level, to levels you never even thought possible. And I think we're in a very critical time where it's very much needed, and we all, I think, really should be doing our part to raise the conscious vibrations of others and ourselves. We are all connected, and I know that everyone watching this wants everyone to be, just as conscious as we are, and see the faults that we have going on and be able to change that and live in harmony with each other. And it's up to all of us. It's up to you and the individual to do these practices and get connected, because once you're connected, then all other conscious beings are going to have a pull towards that connectedness, and their vibrations are going to go up just from yours going up. So I encourage you and challenge all of you to start a meditation daily practice, and also get on a higher vibrational diet. Um, Definitely look into fruitarianism. I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you probably already know all about it. But if you don't, definitely look into raw veganism and fruitarianism. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other questions about meditation or spirituality, just leave me a comment below. And also, if you like, you can share your experiences from meditation and high consciousness, and what you've been able to experience. I'm sure people would really love to get firsthand knowledge on that from people who have felt it themselves. So thank you so much for watching, and have an incredible day.